As trade war fears heat up, some retailers are actually worried that apparel and electronics could be the next industries to feel the impact.
Joining us now is Jim Quinn, former president of Tiffany's and is currently vice chair of the National Summer Learning Association, set to ring the closing bell at the top of the hour to celebrate the organization's 25th anniversary and National Learning Day on July the 12th. First of all, congratulations for that, but you're looking forward to ringing the bell.
Thank you. I am looking forward to ringing the bell.
Let's talk about the broader consumer first of all, if we may. We can get into some of your former and current companies. We were just talking about the jobs number on Friday. Are you encouraged that the consumer can remain strong throughout the year despite any trade concerns?
Yeah, it does seem that this expansion, which is going on over 9 years now, continues to be very positive. Interest rates are low, consumer confidence is high. Jobs are continuing to be added, more people entering the workforce. So I certainly think there's still a good deal of momentum behind retail purchasing and consumer confidence.
We just came off of a quarter for retailers where there were some real standout performers, and all in all, things looked a lot better. Was that a report card on the state of retail, on the state of the consumer, or just expectations were lowered so much?
Well, I do think retailers have been going, and brands have been going through a radical transformation and will continue to do that. There's going to be winners and losers in that transformation. And I think what you're seeing now is many of the retailers and the brands have dramatically addressed their business model. And I think that's improved their service delivery to customers. They might have a much more seamless integration of the online experience and the store experience.
Are you talking about your former employer, Tiffany?
Well,
a nice comeback.
And the Deckers brands as well, UGG and Teva and Hoka have all done that, have a much better handle on understanding the consumer. The consumer is offering an awful lot more input into decisions that brands make around product development and service, and those companies that do the best job of taking all that data, analyzing it, understanding the trends are the ones that are going to be the most successful.
When we consider this trade war, a lot of people say that ultimately this is going to hurt the consumer, it will lead to prices going up. I guess we haven't really seen that pain hit the consumer yet. Do you think it's inevitable that we will see it, or is it all just sort of talk?
Well, it depends on how coherent the strategy is. If it's a long-term trade war, it becomes a tax on the consumer, and those costs will be passed along to the consumer, and it will certainly hurt purchases at the retail level because things will become more expensive. It's not clear yet whether this is simply an opening gambit in some kind of yet to be outlined overall strategy, or if it's just going to be, something that is a start of negotiations.
So far, the Trump administration has not put apparel or sneakers or phones, any consumer goods, right, as far as tariffs from China. But if this were to escalate and he were to talk about $400 billion worth of imports from China, how much clothing and sneakers and retailers is manufactured in China these days? A
great deal. Throughout Asia, and China is still a huge manufacturer for apparel and shoes. Inevitably, if that's going to be a long-term addition to cost, it's going to show up in consumer prices. We've had a grand bargain with China for 20 years. We've imported a lot of product at a much lower price, and the consumers have benefited from that. And we haven't played real hardball yet with the trade violations in China. If this is an opening gambit to address those things, then it could be a very positive outcome. But it's not clear, at least not to me, that there is an overall strategy for addressing the real trade conflict.
Hey there, thanks for checking out CNBC on YouTube. Be sure to subscribe to stay up to date on all of the day's biggest stories. You can also click on any of the videos around me to watch the latest from CNBC. Thanks for watching.